Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit is happy here back again with Psychopaths. We're on episode 2 of season 2, and in the last episode, so we've gone ahead a year and a half, and the new inspector is someone who I don't think I'm going to like, if she keeps down this path. Nope, I'm not liking that. But yeah, I like where Akin is at the minute. She is able to get away with... She has a lot of power in the position that she's in. Even so much power that she can overturn... pretty overturn what Sybil thinks. Which is great. I think, she understands what... the importance of Sybil being in society right now, because that's what society is... that's what they depend on, so obviously you can't just get rid of it. But she is, she's able to, to change stuff from within, which I think is good. I like the place where she's at right now. And we seemingly have a new antagonist that is interesting, because I never really thought about it, and it seems like a new kind of power that nobody really thought, would come. It's kind of like, I don't know, something that does exist but doesn't, like a hologram that's not human, but it's not Sybil. So we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, I think that's really all we need. Yeah, there's also that thing with Togane, which I think I spoiled myself by watching the opening. Well, half of the opening last episode. So I feel like there could be something with him. But it is what it is. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we're just going to get in episode 2, see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. WC. Doesn't that mean like toilets, like public toilets? I'm sure it does. The creeping unknown. Well, I think we did wrong. Let me guess. I think we should have just killed them.
業務を逸脱した監視官についての報告書だろ。模範的な行動が常に最良の結果をもたらすとは限らないことも知っておいた方がいい。
Yeah, I love how he's changed.
聞いていません。し肩の力を抜いたらどうですか、下月監視官。ギノザさんも元は監視官。
Used to act like she did.
弥生さん、とてもよくまとまってると思う。
There's something almost hypocritical about what she said. Like what?
ギノザさんが処罰されることはありません。下月さんはみんなと一緒に現場に残されたメッセージの解読を。こっちの指示は任せたわね。
常森監視官。
あなたはこれまでどうやってサイコパスをクリアに保ってたの？
Is it the drug?
ずっと綺麗なんだ。ありがとう。
Alright, someone tell him out. I'm guessing it's the hologram.
公安を誘い出した理由は何だ？ホロって何言ってんだ？あれはあの人だ。俺をクリアにしてくれた。俺はあの人と一緒に世界と戦うんだ。
実在しない共犯者についての妄言ばかり。病気ね。
つい監視官については何か分かりましたか？
妙なのよね。断続的ではあるけど GPS で彼女の行方は追跡できているし、ドミネーターも正常に認証されたままオンラインを維持している。
止水監視官の行動はシビラに容認されていると。
火星局長もそう判断しているわ。秘密裏に行動する必要があったのかもしれない。だから彼女は私たちにメッセージをよこした。
WC。
I don't think it was her that wrote the message. It was the hologram, right?
もしもあの現場に公安以外の何者かがいたとしたら、その何者かが大和屋さんを撃ち メッセージを書いたとしたら。
シビュラシステムにも見えない人間なんているはずないでしょ。透明人間を探すなんて。
Well, not that you know of. I mean, in a world, right, where this technology exists, you'd think that they're able to, like, create
一番最初に
shit
浮かぶ
that
のは
won't
ウ
show
ォー
up.
タークローゼット、水洗トイレだよな。
はあ、ワールドカップでしょ普通。だったらトイレもおかしいでしょ。
Yeah, that's what I said. It's a restroom.
トイレ行きたいの行けばいいじゃん。
Expect Kagami used to train. Nice.
見ているだけじゃ気分は晴れませんよ。監視官、
Where do I recognize his voice from?
立ち会い許可してくれてありがとうございます。本来俺を関わらせないのが定石なのに。
東金財団の話。
ダーの被害に遭った大
Pharmaceutical.
製薬、
Ah.
その会社を経営しているのが東金。
セラピストだったんですね、東金さん。
俺の経歴を見た上での判断というわけですか。これすごい。
What you found?
平川にホロの検証を任せたのも元ホロデザイナーというあいつの経歴を生かしてのことだった。
You he's a holo designer. Okay.
透明人間は実在する。俺もそう思います。
What if he's behind it? See, I think I've ruined myself by watching the opening. Fuck.
サイマティックスキャンやドローンによる操作を欺くのが容易じゃないことも分かっています。
誰かが裏で糸を引い
Yeah,
ている。
it's similar with Makishima, wasn't it? Manipulate something to do
どう
with
し
it.
たの？
このホロすごいよ。
Hello everyone, just a reminder that if you go into the link in the description to my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can gain access to 4 episodes of Psychopaths every single week. That's 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Saturday. So if you do want more Psychopaths reactions from me more frequently, make sure you go in the description of my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month. On with the video.
そこまで精巧なフォローを作れるものなの？
モデルがいれば。
構成省のデータベースには入ってないわね。
そう、現存する人は使いにくい。
So what
鉢
there's...
合わせする可能性もある。でいない人なら
Oh.
死亡被害者か。
特徴が一致する人物が一人いる。15年前の飛行機事故で亡くなった女の子ね。
亡くなった女の子、当時8歳って。
Yeah, I was gonna say she looked young.
8歳に死人を成長させたもの。
Determining what they'd look like later.
15年後の今もし
Yeah,
生きていた
okay.
らっていう設定でね。常森監視官、今どこに？
分析室です。何かあったんですか？
北沢の犯罪係数が
Risen?
執行対象外まで下がったわ。
No, it's not. It's descended. So they'll have to release him then?
過去に前例がないか。
That normally doesn't happen, does it?
あの人のおかげだ。
This is not even asymptomatic
あ
stuff.
の人が会いに来てくれた。クリアにしてくれた。
面会記録を。
もう調べたわ。デタラメよ。こいつの言ってること。監視カメラの映像によると、面会に来たのは公安局直属医療機関のセラピスト一人だけ。
そのセラピストと話せますか？
Oh, fuck, Togene's got it.
ですね。本来はあなたに合わせる顔はないんですが。
北沢に行ったセラピーの内容と何か変わった点などがあれば教えていただけますか？
私は通常通りの業務を行ったに過ぎません。だいぶお疲れのようですね。働きすぎかな。睡眠休息ともに不足している。リフレッシュも必要ですよ。と。これは専門外のアドバイスですが、喫煙は健康を害します。
She doesn't smoke, does she?
あれだけの事件を起こした犯人を一般医療施設に移送なんて。
先輩、一係が挙げた犯人なのにどうして移送を二係に任せたんですか？
ごめん、今日は早めに上がるつもりなの。それじゃあお疲れ様。
あ、ちょっと。
施設に入れば北沢は公安の管轄から外れてしまう。この移送は奴を取り調べられる最後のチャンスなんだ。メモリは青柳の気持ちを汲んでやってるんだろう。察してやれ。
She does smoke now.
これでも匂いついちゃうのかな。
Is it like...
部屋の掃除もしましょう。気分転換になりますよ。に傷がついてますね。
How?
そんなはずない。
先輩、北沢が逃亡しました。
There's WC on it. What? What?
サイコパス
GPS がクリアな人間か。
ザワはまだその範囲内に留まっていると考えられます。
ビル裏側の細い路地、その先に下水路への侵入口があるわね。はじめロックが解除されていたとしたら。
ありえません。侵入口にはスキャナーがあります。
下水路への侵入口で北沢を発見。ロックは解除されていたみたいね。
そんな、どうやって。
途中に逃亡するなんて計画を一人で考えつくとは思えない。ましてや収容されていた彼が凶器を用意できるはずがない。北沢に逃走を指示して下準備を行った誰かが必ずいる。サイマティックスキャンをかいくぐる手段を持った誰かが。そこまでよ。もう諦めなさい。
嘘だと思ってるんだろ。
やめなさい。
Alright, that killed some people.
もう一つある。あんただって言っただろ。俺は間違ってないって。だから。
そうかもしれなかった。スイッチを押すまでは。
犯罪係数357。
Yep, no getting away with this one now.
エリミネータ
ごめんよ、カムイ。せっかくクリアにしてくれたのに。
カムイね。
カムイ。
なあ、教えてくれよ。俺は今何色なんだ。
何色？
What color? That's it.
ドブみたいな色ね。
Oh. Oh.
愚かな公安局。彼はクリアにできた。
I do then. He bleeds.
つでもよかね。君ならわかると期待したのに。
Okay, episode 2. Right. I don't think that this Kamui guy is the same person as that therapist. They look completely different. But we do know that they're able to... Well, the hologram's it's able to change. He bleeds. If he's not a... Oh, God, I don't even know. Like, how... If it's that sophisticated, then is it able to... Have they managed to create something in which they can just disguise whoever's underneath completely? If that's the case, then I feel like it makes sense. I feel like the only way it would have made sense if with Kitazawa in that room, the only person that came to see him was the therapist, right? And the therapist even admitted it. So the only way that would make sense was if this Kamui guy, either killed the last therapist, which I'm not sure that's the case, or just had him like out of the way, whilst he became a hologram of the therapist and then went in and did what he had to do. Because he has that stuff, right? I don't know what that injection does to somebody. If it possibly removes, I don't know, any like memory or I don't know. But that's the only way I can really... I mean, that's the only logical thing that could be, right? Is that Kamui had to have become a hologram of that therapist. And he would have had to have still been that hologram. Well, he didn't have to be while they were in the room while Akane and Ginoza was talking to him. Because if they do have that thing where they can, like, I don't know, if somehow this injection can alter someone's memories or something, I don't know. But Kitazawa specifically said that he came in and visited me, right? And the only one that was in there was the therapist. So I don't know. But he's trying to bring people back from high psychopathes. So what he's doing is good, right? Like, I mean, you could argue against Makishima because the shit that he did to justify his goal was horrible, right? Basically using people and killing people off. Whereas this is not. I mean, you know, in some aspects there are people in the PSB who like wouldn't deserve to be killed, but you know, like, they're not killing civilians. So he even said he thought Akane would understand. So he knows about her. How far does he know? How much does he know? Could this have been? I don't think so. I'm asking if could this be someone that we've met before, but I mean, when I'm thinking about it, like, who could it possibly be? It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be a Kagami, is it? Yeah, because Kagami would have to, like... I mean, I know Kagami's like smart and stuff, but I feel like his is like... His experience and stuff is like street level, like, you know what I mean? Like, he knows... He knows, like, the street, you know what I mean? He's street intelligent. Not, like, you know, able to create a sophisticated, you know, AI holographic system beyond what even the general public do, or, you know, shit like that. Like, I just think trying to figure out who it could be, I don't know. I mean, I said at the end of the last episode, like, I don't think it would be someone, like, it would be Sybil. If there was an offshoot of Sybil that went rogue, maybe, and that's who this is, I guess that could be a possibility. Although you would think that Sybil itself would know about that. So I don't know, because if Akane was, you know, speaking to Sybil is how many, like, over 250 brains? You know what I mean? If it only took one of them to, like, actually understand exactly what Akane was saying and be like, yeah, you know what, yeah. But I don't know how they would, once they were in Sybil, could they get out of there and become just, like, you know, sentient by themselves and somehow, you know, I don't know, like, detach themselves? I don't know. So WC stands for what colour? I mean, yeah, so we'll get what it stands for, but it doesn't really help, though, does it? Well, like, yeah, so yeah, it relates to that hue. Yeah, I just... Inspector Shisui is the one that, yeah, that got caught and then taken away. She keeps coming back online and offline, like her location, but they can't get a pin on where she is. Apparently Sybil approves of it, and the Division 2 girl, I didn't write down her. The inspector for Division 2, I didn't write down her name. She said that Chief Kasui believes so as well. Obviously, we know Chief Kasui is part of Sybil, so we know Sybil's letting on a lot more than what is actually happening, which kind of, you see, that's where I'm like, what? It's where I'm confused, because, like, if Sybil is involved, what would they get out of doing this? What would they get out of acting like they're trying to go against everything that they did in season 1? Like, their whole thing is you live by the system. That's how it's done. I guess there was talk like at the like towards the end of last season about like you know, they're always thinking like logically and like efficiently and how they can make society better. Is this their, like, could this be their attempt at it? But it bleeds though. He bleeds. So it has to be a person then. It can't be part of Sybil. Can't be. Fucking hell, man. It's just one or two things, isn't it? It's like either we know who Kamui is, or it's somebody maybe that, well, yeah, either we know who it is, or it's somebody that we haven't met yet that they, I don't know, they knew each other in the 1.5 year time span that we didn't see. Because, well, how else would he know about her? You know what I mean? Like, he clearly knows Akane is different to the rest of them. He knows that Akane wants to change things, but like, Sybil approve of it. Sybil are fine with it. What? I just don't know. Oh, I can never understand Sybil, because they could just be doing it just so, like, you know, allowing this to happen so that they can see how it affects Akane. I don't know, because they were at the end of episode, like in episode 22, the finale of last season, they were laughing and telling Akane to, yeah, go on and do, you know, keep thinking that way and whatever the fuck, and see how you come out at the end or whatever the fuck they were talking about. So maybe it, you know, it can be classified as almost like a game to them, just to see what happens. So that could be the case. Yeah, I don't know. Mika, hypocritical. Like, fuck. She regarding enforcers, right? She, you know, she refuses to listen to them. She's clearly got, you know, she believes them to be, you know, below her. And yeah, in terms of rank. But like, I mean, like, you know, mentally, like, telling them, basically she's a fucking child, except when it comes to Yayoi though. But she's also an enforcer, so is it not hypocritical to like stand there and say that, you know what I mean, I don't take his advice seriously because he's an enforcer, and yet when Yayoi gives her advice, she takes it? What? She's literally in the same position that Ganoza was in season 1. It's like, if any fucking person's advice you should be taking, it's Ganoza's, but no. But no. Ugh. Fucking hell, man. So Togane's got a family sort of, there's a foundation called the Togane Foundation, which works in pharmaceuticals, and he was also a therapist. Is that just a coincidence that the person that fixed Kitazawa was a therapist, and literally in the scene before that we were talking about Togane being a therapist? Pharmaceuticals. Isn't that a pharmaceutical shit that, you know, used in the injection that clearly, you know, I think there's a there's something, I don't know what it could be. I don't know. There could be family members. If the Togane Foundation like is in on it, Togane himself, the guy who's in the public safety bureau, if he's like taken the role of being inside of the bureau to do things from the inside, because then it takes them off the scent kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like stick close to your enemies, like they'll not know that you're there kind of thing. Hiding in plain sight. I don't know. I think it's just too like, you know, mixed with pharmaceuticals, therapist, all ended up helping Kitazawa, and yet like. You know, I watched the fucking opening and that one scene that might have spoiled me about it. It could be. Hinakawa's a holo designer, so he had a look on that. He's very, very shy. Yeah. So they took a girl who died. Oh, this is fucking this is all getting convoluted now. I've got my tinfoil hat on now because pharmaceuticals, right? They could have made something, right, that was involved with the injection, right? He's a therapist. Therapist helped Kitazawa bring back down his psychopath, which inevitably ended him to be freed, right? So there's a connection with possibly Togane, and also a sophisticated holo designer like Hinakawa, but then like. But then why, you know, on his own, when nobody else is around, he's acting surprised, like he's found something. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's very coincidental, innit? It's very fucking coincidental. And Hinakawa acts a bit suspicious with how shy he is and shit, and fuck. So they took a girl who died when she was 8 in an airplane accident. And then figured out what she'd look like when she was 15 years older, and then built the hologram around that. This is nuts. Akane apparently smokes now. I'm wondering if that is something, because if psychopaths, if the psychopath sort of relates to, I don't know, was that what the therapist said to Akane about her psychopaths probably like going up? Does that mean she is actually stressed and that's the reason why she's doing it? Because I'm guessing just because you're asymptomatic doesn't mean that you can't get stressed, right? I don't know. I wrote down Kagami because I was wondering if it's maybe like something she's just picked up from Kagami, possibly. I don't know. Because obviously we know Kagami had a big effect on her, so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm very, very, very confused, but interesting to see where it goes. There's a lot of like. There's a lot of connections. A lot of coincidences, so we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, that is all for today of Psychopath. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things on with the Discord. I urge everyone to go over there, especially if you want me to react to a certain show, because that's where polls and things start. And also if you just want to come over and talk to me, the community are free to do that as well. And Patreon. So I do have a Patreon, so if you do want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with, if you do. So I'll go through some of them now. Early access, that's the $5 a month, so for that you gain access to all the shows I do on Patreon a week early, and you get 4 episodes of Psychopaths and 4 episodes of Code Geass every single week as well. So if you're coming for more reactions from me more frequently, that's what you want to get. $10 a month, that's the full length, so for that you gain access to all the shows I do in full, unedited, so you can watch the whole thing along with me. $15 a month, that is the exclusive tier, so for that you gain access to a bonus show which I'm reacting to, which is currently Mob Psycho 100. Also, all OVA reactions and all movie reactions go in the exclusive tier as well. $50, that is the elite tier, so every time you pay $50 you get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and it'll go into the list. I will react to it eventually. There's about 7 or 8 shows in there, so it'll take me a while to get around to it, but I will do eventually. Unless you don't want to wait that long and you want to go at the very front of the list, in which case you want to get God tier, which is $100, and that means that your show gets put at the very front, which means that your show will be reacted to next. But yeah, that is all, so thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.